Okay, this is video 4. Okay, so as I said, okay, the goal is to appear, okay, the goal is to appear acceptable, that such soulless beings could invent a history of nobility and cover up what they would hope to be a dead body of spiritual evidence that supports Zionists like Jazaza Pence, Cafefe Jean. If he supports Zionism, if he supports the which Zionists are the Antichrist, okay, then he's an Antichrist. Okay, he is an Antichrist. Okay, and he's an Antichrist just like the soulless Antichrist Baron Dajjal. Okay, and they are inhumane, they are inhuman, and they are cursed, having no soul, just as Cain was cursed and inhuman when he murdered his brother, and just as they are cursed and inhumane when they caused the collapse of the Twin Towers, right? And all those individuals that were in the Twin Towers when they collapsed, and for their souls to be taken, in order that when the Antichrist, the barren Antichrist, because it said when he's born, the Antichrist would be barren. He said that in Islam, it said when the Antichrist Dajjal, is born, he would be barren. Okay, and and when they incarnated him, of course, him being the Antichrist, he would have no soul. So he needed a soul. He needed a soul. There goes the collapse of the Twin Towers with all those souls in there, right? Collateral damage. What does it make any difference, right? That's what the Bush called them, collateral damage. Called those who individuals who were murdered in not 9/11, but the Iraqi wars, or collateral damage. That's what he referred to the loss of humanity, when the loss of life for humanity, collateral damage, right? Okay, so anyway, so they're inhumane. They're not human, right? They're inhuman. They're inhumane, right? And they'll never be humane. Humane, excuse me. Excuse me. So anyway, now, so they corrupt history, and it's the Zionist way. It's the Zionist policy. They have to do that in order to destroy, the legacy. No, in order to destroy, the legacy, and oppress the Hebrew Israelites, right? And and so that they will not be able to, construct any more evidence to substantiate their superiority, right? Their spiritual superiority, and destroy what they've already created, right? Okay, and to continue kill, because as I said, that's the only way for them to get life. They have to take life to get life, because Allah gives them no life. Because as we said, there's a hierarchy, and the energy flows through the hierarchy in the sun of the first celestial sphere, right? And that will be the higher to the mother, right? At the let's say the mother. Well, as we said, they're binary stars, right? And there's the mother binary star, binary solar system. Solar system, and the father solar system. So it goes to the mother solar system, to the father solar system, Earth's grid, because the Earth's grid is in the father solar system, right? So the Earth is in the father solar system, right? So it goes to the Earth's grid in the father solar system, and then from the father solar, from the Earth's grid, it goes to the location, the pillars, on earth. And that would be Allah's prophets, right? Or Allah's Hebrew Israelite people who call upon him, who call upon that him by calling upon, and that energy will go to him, right? That aid will go to them, right? That celestial black power will go to them and aid them, right? So there's a hierarchy. So remember, like the cracked egg, crack up their mind, their perception of reality, okay, by making them feel inferior, calling them monkeys, oppressing, disenfranchising them, making them feel insignificant, right? Or stereotype them, right? And then discriminate against them, make them feel, bad about themselves. Hopefully, from their perspective, that they will gain some type of inferiority complex with the falsehood of white supremacy, which really represents death, right? Because as we said, they have to get life. They have to take life on behalf of that outcast spirit, that Antichrist. And then, by taking the life, okay, they give life to him, and he empowers them, right? With nuclear bombs, right? Knowledge of nuclear bombs, right? How to use the celestial knowledge, right? Because that beast will give them knowledge. That's how he empowers them. He gives them knowledge, and that's why they worship him, right? And well, yeah, he's like an intel for them. You know how they have like spies, and they have those outcast spirits give them knowledge. They spy for him. They do their bidding on the spiritual realm, right? So, and empower them. So they worship him, and they take souls for him, right? And then he stays alive by using that soul power that they took for him, and then he empowers them, and they have their own binary relationship, right? And that's why the drums had to go to the UN and demand more lives. Kill, 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 by taking demanding more lives be taken from, demanding life be taken from Iran on the behest of the pseudo Antichrist nation of Israel, of pseudo Israel, the Khazar nation of Israel, the Khazar pseudo nation of Israel, okay? Let's put it this way: the Khazar pseudo damnation, or damnation, the Khazar damnation pseudo Israel. Okay, so the Drunk wants to take life for them, on behalf of them, from Iran, from Syria, and Korea, and from Korea, and from America. So that's a lot of life that he wants to give his Antichrist Baron to jail, his Rothschild Antichrist Baron to jail. Okay? That's a lot of life. He wants to empower him because he has no life. He has no power. He's weak. Okay? He's weak. Okay? And he will not get any power because the eclipse collapsed Babylon. Babylon will get no power. Okay? And if America wants to go to war for him, against what? Those in those the Maathor Thor planet and the father planet solar systems align, and that energy that's that's going to be manifested by the alignment that you can already see that's affecting the weather, okay, and the earth, right? Does America really want to fight for the Antichrist? Huh? And the prophet's and the Mahdi will be here, and the prophet's going to be here at the same time, and soon? Does America really want to get involved with that? Okay, and America is a Hebrew nation itself, because it's Christian nation and Muslim nation. Does America really want, does the Hebrew nation of America really want to fight on behalf of the Antichrist Zionist? Does America really want to fight on behalf of the barren Antichrist, Dajjal? Be smart, America. You're wise. Okay. So anyway, so capturing history is the Zionist policy. They have to do that, and they have to kill. Okay? And it is also the case with the current Gentiles. Okay? And again, just like Josiah Pence, Covfefe Drumpf, on behalf of his Antichrist Baron Dajjal, okay, they do the same. They have to corrupt reality. Like I said, the cracked egg. In order for the cracked egg to feel normal, every other egg has to be cracked. Okay? In the carton of 12, one is cracked. And that will be the Zionists, right? The tribe of Dan. And that tribe, because it doesn't feel normal, right? The tribe of Cain, let's say, because he don't feel normal, he wants to crack every box, every egg in the box, and he's aligned himself with the Antichrist to do it, because he knows he's not going to, for his crime of murdering his brother, okay, his crime of death, okay, he's not going to get any soul power, so he has to crack every other egg, okay, so he can feel normal and continue to take the life of the other eggs in the carton. Okay? So there's a culture of death, and they want to continue that, and they have to continue that in order to survive, because that's how they have to feed. They have to feed their Antichrist Dajjal. Okay, Baron Dajjal. Okay, so Josiah Pence, Covfefe Drumpf, needs some celestial black soul power to feed his spiritually soulless, powerless Antichrist Baron Dajjal. Antichrist Baron Dajjal. Okay. All the discrimination, current and historical assaults on the Hebrew nations of Israel, the true Aries, right? The divine fathers, okay, which Aries represents, okay, the divine truth, which thought represents, the divine thought, okay, of Abraham, right, is the pillar, okay, of the universe. That consciousness is the pillar of the universe, and they know it. So if they collapse the pillar, then they can think they can collapse the universe, and they think they can hide in the universe after they collapse it. I mean, think about that. I mean, it's like, collapse the universe, they live in the universe, but they can somehow stay alive in the universe and construct a new universe. How idiotic is that? How dumb is that? That's why in the Bible it says, when those planets align, those solar systems, star systems align, okay, humanity is to head for the mountains, escape Babylon, right? Escape Babylon, and those, worshippers of the outcast spirit, the Antichrist Baron Dajjal, they will be trying to hide in the mountains, and they will beg for the mountains to crush them because of the fear of retribution they will have for what they have done, or what they believe they will have done. Okay? No, for what they have done. Okay? Because they are trying to collapse the universe and think they'll build a new one. And then call their acts of law. And those who try to protect the universe acts of lawlessness. That they call the Hebrew Israelites a plague, but call themselves the law-abiding ones. Yeah, they're law-abiding to their commercial world, their commercial reality, and it's to their advantage to have everybody else abide by it. to their advantage, but not to anybody else's. You see, everybody else is getting usurped. Everybody else is getting, their finances raped. Everything you drive, everything you own through their phony birth certificate banking scam. Everything the person owns through their banking, everything the person owns through their banking, their birth certificate banking scam situation. Their birth certificate banking, central banking, global central banking system is a scam, right? Because everything you own, they take. Even your income, is taxed, right? So, that scam, that banking system situation, that central banking system is a scam, okay? To steal everything you own and keep you powerless. So it's to your advantage, their advantage, that you stay law-abiding. That is, that you stay obedient. You stay conformed, okay? That's the game. So they have to deceive you, okay? And they will always discriminate against the Hebrew nation. They will always do that, okay? Okay. So, now as I said, okay, and they're trying to collapse the universe, right? Collapse the universe and think they'll survive. They will survive, right? Okay. So, right ascension is the direction to go, right? It's the pillar they want to destroy. They want to destroy basically the vortex of Aries. Okay. So, right ascension represents the spiritual direction from which divine truth descends into the physical realm. Although this time is the spiritual ascension or the divine consciousness is going to come from the west. In the past, Aries was, let's say, the east. The east, the west will be Aries, and the east will be the west. So now it's reversed. Currently the east, let's put it this way, as of September 23rd, 2017, the east will be the west, and the west will be the east. So the sun will rise in the east. The sun will rise in the west. That is, the consciousness will rise in the west, and the east will be as the west was, right? So the sun rising in the west would be the woman, right here. Okay? The consciousness rising in the west, the spiritual consciousness rising in the west, right here. Okay? And that's what that means. The consciousness will rise in the woman. It will come from the woman. The consciousness will come from the woman, the west. The west represents the woman, and that is reflective of September 23rd, when the Virgo gives birth, right? As it relates to Virgo changing, the sun going from Virgo to Libra. That will be the sun rising in the west. The sun rising in the west will be the sun moving into Libra. And Jupiter is there to validate that, right? And Jupiter represents Zeus. Zeus represents Jesus, right? Jesus will be there, right? As it relates for celestial bodies, right? I'm not saying, Zeus is God. I'm not following that line of thinking. No, that does not align with spiritual reality or celestial reality. So Jupiter will be there, and Jupiter represents Jesus, right? Okay, so Jesus will be there when the light shines in, or the sun rises in the west. Jesus will be there. Jesus will be there. Okay? So when the sun rises in the west, Jesus will be there. Okay? And so the sun will rise in the west. Jesus is the sun. Jesus will be rising in the woman, right? He will rise in the woman. The sun will rise in the woman. And that's what that prophecy means. So the sun is going into the Libra, going into the west, the woman, the divine mother, the Maathor, the planets aligning, right? So, the mother will rise, right? The woman will rise. Salam alaikum. I represent that woman, right? As well as Jupiter in Libra at the galactic center when in my natal chart, right? So that's also represented there, okay, as another authenticity of my celestial heritage, or not, divinity, alhamdulillah. So, Jupiter was in Libra at the galactic center in my natal chart, and Sagittarius was in Jupiter in my natal chart. Okay, so and that represents that's where Sagittarius is now. Okay, so the sun is rising in the west, which makes Aries in the west, and Aries is also my sun sign, mashallah, with Mercury also in my celestial house, and Mercury represents Mercury represents the messenger of the celestial sphere. So, and also with a black moon. So, the celestial accreditation is very present, and I'm very well aware of my celestial divinity. So it's new beginning to me, alhamdulillah. So Aries is the new point in the west, and the east is now what the west would be now Libra, right? Okay, so that's the way it is now. Okay, and the women will be stronger, right? And the men more sensitive. The men will be more right brain consciousness, and the women will be more left brain consciousness. So now there's going to be, as Jupiter is in Libra, being in Libra demonstrates there will be more a balancing between male and female, a balancing of the consciousness, right? A balancing, of humanity, just as the planets are aligned. The celestial sphere is aligned between the father and the mother solar systems, right? Man and woman are going to be aligned, right? Realigned, okay? Because the Aries will be now the west, which will be the sun will be the west, the rise in the west, and the new west will be, the sun rising in the west will represent the new Aries, the polar switch, right? The pillar switch. The new Aries will now be in the west, and Libra, the pillar Libra, will be in the east. Thereby men will be more sensitive and women will be stronger, okay? And there will be a balancing between male and female, okay? More harmony, okay? Okay. The consciousness will rise in the woman. Salam alaikum, I'm that woman. Okay, and I'm, alhamdulillah, going to claim my position. Okay, I am that woman that spoken of in Revelations 12. Okay, that's to rise, and the sun that's to rise in the West, the consciousness. And alhamdulillah, that should be very evident, right? This revolutionary consciousness that alhamdulillah I am teaching. Okay? So I am that woman. Okay? No need to look very far. I'm here. And as I said, that's why this video was dedicated to Miriam, because in regards to, she's not the woman you thought she'd be. She'd have that temperament, that anger, that the the African woman having. Where did you think it would come? You thought it was going to be a European woman of the European culture? No, the celestial black power, goes to the root. It goes to the root. You water a tree. You have to water a tree. You got to water the roots. To feed a tree, for a tree to be nourished, you have to give the water to the root. The knowledge, okay, is going to come to the root. I represent the root, okay. So before and from the root it goes to the tree, right? So from me, the root is going to the tree. I represent the New East, the Aries, the female Aries, the female version of Aries, right? Strong, powerful, beautiful, sexy, all that, alhamdulillah. But nonetheless, I am the root, that black woman, right? With that passion, right? And then Aries to the fire, right? Okay. Well, I'll say the passion. Okay, I won't go to fire, but the passion, right? So yeah. So the passion, I'm passionate about black people being, Hebrew people being murdered in the street. Yeah, I'm passionate about Hebrew people being incarcerated. Yeah, I'm passionate about them being economically disenfranchised from the global economy. Yeah, I'm passionate about them being socially engineered. Yes, their consciousness being socially engineered. Yes, I'm passionate about reparation. Yes, I'm passionate about Hebrew Israelites receiving reparations, myself included. Yes, I'm passionate about nuclear disarmament. Yes, I'm passionate about stop killing the Hebrew Israelite people, the Palestinian people, my brothers and that represent me. Yes, I'm passionate. Yes, I'm passionate about stop pedophiling children. Yes, I'm passionate about stop raping women. Yes, I'm passionate about stop exploitation. Yes, I'm passionate. Yes, I'm a Hebrew woman with greatly hued, passionate black woman. And I'm proud. I am a black woman of the root. I'm hella proud. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have this position as being the Holy Mother. Okay? Representing the pillar of the universe. And don't try to fuck with me either, you Vatican Zionist bullshit, because I know you have no power. And inshallah, I'll call for Allah to destroy you. In fact, I already called for Allah to destroy you. By His will, destroy you. And yes, I want my United Nations. Yes, I want the keys that you try to hold. And I don't need you to take your, alhamdulillah, I know the key. I don't need your keys. You never had the keys any goddamn way. So don't try to fuck with me. That's why I said you Miriam, the Miriam you thought you knew, the crying weepy one, okay? And Mary, she was crying to Allah for restitution for the sacrificing, the martyring of her son. Now I'm calling to Allah for restitution for the enslavement of my ancestors and all the harm you've been doing to them. I call on Allah for restitution, and don't try to fuck with me, because like I said, alhamdulillah, I do represent the pillar of the universe. In fact, I represent both of them. Okay? So you fuck with me, you fuck with yourself. You fuck with yourself, and Allah protects me, because you know who protects the woman. It's Archangel Michael. So I'll call, and he has the sword of Allah. So I'll call upon Allah to use His sword, His Michael, to destroy you. Inshallah. So don't fuck with me. In fact, I'll pray, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul a'udhu birabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, min sharri waswasikin nas, alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas minal jinnati wan nas. Okay? So don't fuck with me. I ain't got time for your shit. Okay? I'm here to do a job. I was incarnated to do, to fulfill prophecy. Okay? And Allah will protect me. He already has. Okay? Okay, so as I said, they will continue to destroy, to corrupt history, to try to crack all eggs. Okay? Okay. One celestial egg. Okay? Okay, to prevent them from ascending. And that's another thing they want to do. Oh, we're getting close to video 5. Yeah, so they want to stop, they want to prevent you from ascending too. You know, to block you from access to the, you know, ascension, to Ramadan, okay, born with Ramadan, right, in Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, right, so, they want to block you from accessing that, so they gotta try to malign the East, right, and if they malign you from all this, where do you go? Huh? Where do you go for consciousness, right? Okay. So, alhamdulillah, I'm the new way, the truth, and the light. I'm Ra, Mother Ra. Mother Ra, okay? Okay, and just because you martyred my celestial twin, like Osiris and Isis, you martyred him, but you can't kill a martyr is still alive. A martyr is alive. They live, though you know it not, right? So, and just like Horus was conceived miraculously, even though his wicked brother Set was so jealous, he trying to take his pillar, his celestial position, like Cain killed Abel, tried to kill Abel. Okay, and that might be the story of Cain and Abel. Allahu Alam, I don't know. But anyway, no, that's not the story of Cain and Abel. It could be though. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, Anyway, so, because it's a brother-sister story. It's also a sister involved in that. You didn't know that, but there's also, in the story, the retelling of the story of Cain and Abel, there's a sister involved. And we'll go into that another time, because we already got a lot of ground to cover. Okay? So, I will say, okay, so going back to, where was I at? Oh, boy. I got, okay, so I'm lying you about going to the East and the consciousness and, I forgot where I was. Okay. Anyway, so they don't want you to go to the I'm going to go to video 5. All right, salam alaikum.